Switch on your cameras, all of you. Safia, Muazzam, Ahmed, Farhana. Switch on your cameras. I received Mudabbir, Saklain, and Farhana's homework. Rest of you have still not submitted. So please complete your homework. Mudabbir had a doubt. I don't know what doubt he had. He's not attending class today, Muazzam.
Ma'am, he is attending. He is trying to join in. Ma'am, I had a doubt in the questions you gave for homework. The 10th
Okay,
question I
which
had doubt and the rest I did.
10th question? What is that?
1 second, I'll. Ma'am, the question was if the average distance between the Earth and the Sun is
Hmm.
1.5 into 10 raised to 11 meter,
Hmm.
calculate the force of gravitation between the two given mass of Earth is equal to 6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. Mass of Sun is 2 into 10 raised to 30. Value of G was 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11 nm square kg raised to minus.
See, you have to use that formula. F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square. So m1 and m2 is given in masses. G key value is fixed. I have already given you that value. Learn that value. Mostly in the exam, the values are given, the constant value. Still, you learn it. 6.67 into 10 raised to minus 11. That is the value of capital G. Then m1 and m2, it is given in the question, and upon r, the average distance between the two is also given. So r square you have to do. Okay, so how do we calculate, because this is a lengthy calculation? So how do we calculate this? First, just take out all the 10 ka powers, 10 raised to minus 11. You know, powers when multiplied is added, right? So 10 ke sare powers in the numerator, you add it, and whatever is in the denominator, you have to subtract. Bring it in the numerator and subtract it. So pehle 10 ke powers calculate kar lo, and then the constants you calculate. Is it clear? Farhana, you have done this. Saklain is not joined yet. Ahmad, why your camera is off today? Understood, Muazzam, how to do this?
Yes, ma'am.
I think Mudabbir also had the same doubt. He has written the values also, but you have to calculate. Okay. So I think what answer you got, Farhana? What answer you got?
Ma'am, I did not do the 10.
You have to calculate, so don't get scared of the calculation. Okay. Okay. Just tell me the values. I'll tell you how to calculate these things. Tell me the value. Formula is F is equal to G m1 m2 upon r square, sorry, r square. So m1 की value is how much? Mass, one mass, tell me the mass.
Ma'am, of mass of Earth is 6 into 10 raised to 24.
6 into 10 raised to 24 kg. And mass of other planet, what is that? Moon? Na?
No, ma'am, sun. The mass of
Sun.
sun is
What is
2 into 10 raised to 30 kg.
10 raised to 30 kg? What is R?
R is 1.5 into 10.
1.5 into
10.
10 unit?
Unit was,
No, it is not 10. Just check it. 10 raised to something hoga.
yeah, ma'am, 10 raised to, I forgot, ma'am. One
Just check the question.
question. Ma'am, 10 raised to 11 meter.
Meters. So ये G की value I have put 6.67 in 10 raised to minus 11 into 2 into 10 raised to 30 into 6 into 10 raised to 24. Write the values first. Then 1.5 into 10 raised to 11 the whole square. How will we solve this?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
in the question, it is given that the value of G is 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11.
Okay, so I'll take the value which is given in the question, no 2 digits. So only 1 digit, 6.7 into 10 raised to minus 11. Now we'll calculate the 10 ka power first. This is, okay, first I'll remove the bracket. So first make it 6.7 into 2 into 6 together into 10 raised to minus 11 and plus 24, because when exponents are added when bases are same, so base 10 and 10 is same, so you can write 10 raised to minus 11 plus 24 and नीचे हो गया 1.5 का whole square, 15 square is 225, so it is 2.25 into 10 raised to 11 twos are 22. Okay, so the answer is now 2 point, now multiply 6 twos are 12, 6.7 into 12. ठीक है, 12 sevens are 72 plus 8, so 80.4 हो गया ये. This is 80.4 divided by 2.25, okay, into 10 raised to power minus 11 plus 24 is how much? And this goes over here. This is actually minus 11 plus 24 and minus 22. So because power in the denominator, it goes in the numerator, so gets a negative power. Remember that. So minus 11 and minus 22 is how much? How much? 33. Minus 33 and minus 33 and plus 24. Power will be 13 minus 4, 9. 9 ho gaya. So this is actually 10 raised power ka calculation we have done, which is 10 to the power. So power हो गया यहाँ पे 10 to the power plus 9, 10 to the power plus 9. Now we have to calculate this 80.4 upon 2.25. So you will have to multiply by 100. If you multiply by 100, because denominator you have to make it 225. Denominator हो गया 225, ऊपर हो गया 804 and 10. Okay, when I multiply 80.4 into 100, it is 8040. Now lowest form kar lo, 5 fours are 20 and 5 fives are 25, and here lowest form 5 ones are 5, 5 six are 30, 0, 5 eights are 40. Again 3 se jayega now. 3 ones are 3, 3 fives are 15, and this is 3 5s are 15, 3 3s are 9 and 3 6s are 18. So 536 upon 15. Abhi सीधा 15 से you can divide and you will get the value in decimal also. Okay, you can get the value in decimal. Rough में divide कर लो. So rough में if I divide 536 and 15 directly also if you want you can divide. अगर नहीं होता है तो do it in rough. 15 3s are 45. 13 minus 5, how much? How much? 8. And here it is 6. 15, how many times? 5s are. 11. A decimal? 0. $35.73 आया. So the answer over here is 35.73 into 10 raised to 9 Newton. Okay. So this is the answer after calculation. So only thing is यहाँ पे सिर्फ calculate करना है. तो how to calculate? 10 के powers एक तरफ करो and the constants you do it together. And then in all the calculations you will do like this only. But gravitation के calculation will be lengthier. I think Sakleen, you have done this question. Have you checked the answer? Because I didn't see your answer. I just saw just now that you have submitted. What is your answer for this question?
I got
Correct answer.
35.57 into 10 raised to 22.
22 कैसे आया? पावर 10 का गड़बड़ हुआ है. नीचे के पावर है, नीचे का पावर is 22 है. So this 22 when it goes in the numerator it becomes minus 22. Okay. Okay, this is minus 9. It is the power should be minus 9. I think मैंने calculation wrong किया है. Just check it. Minus 33 plus 24. Power is minus 9, not plus 9. Is it clear? Power is minus 9 because minus 11 plus 24 and this power when it goes in the numerator it is minus 22. Just solve this. Minus 11 and minus 22 is how much? Minus 33. Minus 33 plus 24. 24 है. Just a moment. Power का गड़बड़ हुआ है. I have not written 10 raised to 30 over here. So plus 30 is also there. Yeah. Plus 30 is also there. This power is also there. So plus 30 you will do, you get minus 3. And then plus 24 if you do, you get how much? 21. Power should be plus 21. Just check it once again everyone. Power का calculation wrong हुआ है. 10 raised to 21. How much you are getting? Your answer is correct, Saklen. You got 35, 10 raised to 21 only, na?
Yes, ma'am. I got 10 raised to 22. Now I got 10 raised to 21.
No, it is okay. 10 raised to 21 you got. 35.59 if you write, it is 10 raised to 21. If you make it 3.5 this thing, then it will be 10 raised to 22. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Your answer is correct. This is the final answer. I missed this 10 raised to 30 power over here. So that is why the answer we were getting was wrong. You just check my steps also when I'm writing. The method is first calculate 10k powers together and then calculate the constant part. So I did like that only. I missed 10 raised to 30, which was here. I missed it over here. Plus 30 you will have to do. So then you will get the correct answer. Okay. So it is 10 raised to 21 Newton. You can write 35.73 into 10 raised to 21 Newton if you want, but usually we write in standard form. You have learned what is standard form. Standard form means only one decimal digit it should be there. So I should make this 3.57 into how much? What should be the power?
22, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. 10 raised to 22 Newton. So if I write it in standard form, 3.57 into 10 raised to 22 Newton. Saklin got 3.59. That is correct, because when we do in decimal calculation, kabhi 0.8 aayega, 0.9 aayega. So utna, that much error is okay. Okay, because we have such a huge number, 10 raised to 22, and that power. So is it clear now, Muazzam, Mudabbir? You had doubt in this question only?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. So why today, Ahmad and Uzair, your camera is off? Huh? When I don't tell, you will not keep it on?
Sorry, ma'am, I'll keep it on.
Uzair, are you there in the class? If you don't respond, I'll send you to the waiting room. What will happen when you sit in the class? You'll cover your face? Because here you have an option, so you just hid yourself behind this camera, off camera. Okay, so no doubt in gravitation. Coming back to the chapter, what we were doing. So we did types of motion. We did types of motion. Anyone remembers what type of motion we did? There are 3 criteria on which we divide the types of motion. Okay, what are the 3 criteria on which we divide the types of motion? On what basis can we divide the types of motion? Safia, do you remember? How do we divide it?
Periodic motion.
That is a type, but on what basis you told it is periodic or non-periodic? First, what is a division? You made a chart. That's why I told
Based
you
on
to.
path.
Hmm?
Based on path.
Based on path. Then second one,
Speed
based on speed. And the third one,
and periodicity.
periodicity. Means based on path, the motion can be divided on based on path. Second, based on periodicity, whether it repeats after regular interval or not. And third one is whether the speed is uniform or not. Okay, so now based on path, how many types of motion have we studied in the last class? Farhana, based on path, there were 5. What are the types? What are the types?
It is Translatory, rotatory, circular, vibration, and oscillatory.
So do you remember what is translatory, Muazzam? Translatory includes what type of motion?
Ma'am, the curvilinear and the rectilinear motion.
Correct. Curvilinear and rectilinear. Ahmad, what is curvilinear and rectilinear motion?
Ma'am, curvilinear is when it follows a curved line, and rectilinear when it
Curved
follows
path.
a straight line.
Yes. Rectilinear means rectilinear. Linear means straight line. So rectilinear or linear means when the object follows a straight line path, and curvilinear means when it follows a curved path. Okay. Now, second one is rotatory motion. Rotatory means what type of motion, Saklain, is rotatory? Where do we find rotatory motion? There are 2 types of motion,
Moving
rotatory
in
and
its own of rotating
axis.
in its own
Okay.
axis.
Yeah. So when the object moves on its own axis, the axis is inside the body. So then it is called as rotatory motion, like Earth spinning on its own axis, the spinning top. Okay. You told yesterday the fidget spinner. Okay. So many examples are there. Now, Uzair, can you tell me what is circular motion?
Move in circle.
An object when it moves on a circular path. Okay, so can you give one example, Mudabbir, of circular motion?
Ma'am, the blades of the fan.
Yes, the blades of the fan, it moves in a circular motion, and fan itself moves in rotatory motion. Okay, the
And
blades of the
planets
fan move
revolving around the
in
sun.
circular motion. Yes, sun moving, sorry, earth moving around the sun is also circular motion. Okay, so these were the examples. Then what is left now, Mudabbir? Vibrational and oscillatory. Can you give me example of vibrational motion?
Ma'am, the string, the instruments.
String instrument is vibrational motion, yes, because they have to and fro motion. It is called vibrational motion. And oscillatory motion,
Pendulum.
yeah, pendulum is oscillatory motion. So these examples we have already done. Now coming to periodic and non-periodic, it is just simple. That also we did. Periodic means when an object covers the, means repeats the motion after regular interval. For example, Earth moves around the sun. So after one circle, again it goes to the second circle. So it is a periodic motion. Earth moving around the sun, moon moving around the Earth. So these are periodic motion when it repeats the motion after regular equal intervals. Okay, whereas non-periodic motion may any motion which is not repeating is non-periodic. A car moving on a road, a car, most of the circular motions are periodic motion. Okay, but non-periodic, it doesn't follow any regular path or regular time period. Okay, so that is non-periodic motion. Now the most important is uniform motion and non-uniform motion. Okay, so that I'll show with a diagram. What is uniform motion and what is non-uniform motion? This we did yesterday, oscillatory periodic motion. Now these are the examples of periodic motion. Now can you see this pendulum? This is also periodic. This clock hand also moves in a periodic way, means one circle completed, then again next circle in equal time. So that is periodic motion. Then the needle, this is a periodic motion, right? So this is a sewing machine. All of you have seen this sewing machine. So for stitching it is used. Now you, if you see, this is a circular motion, this is a periodic motion. Okay, then moving earth, I already told you. Motion of a footballer during the match, non-periodic. Non-periodic ke to all the examples you can get. Now coming to uniform motion. Now uniform motion is a motion in which an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time. This is a definition. You have to learn this definition also. Now understand this definition. Equal distance in equal interval of time. That means suppose this car is moving. Wait, I'll give you my example. Now suppose this car is there. This is a car, A point pe. A car is there. It starts from A point. In 1 hour, okay, it covers 30 kilometers. Then next 1 hour, from here to here, it is 1 hour. So at B point, it covers 30 kilometers. Now B to C, again, it is 1 hour. It takes 1 hour from B to C, and again it covers 30 kilometers only. Now from C to D in 1 hour, again it covers 30 kilometers only. So here we say that the speed of the car is 30 kilometers per hour, right? And you can see that whole journey, it will be 30 kilometers per hour only. So this is called as uniform motion when the speed is constant. When speed is constant, it is called as uniform motion. Okay, when the speed is constant. Constant means same. Okay, constant jab bhi use karte hain, it is same. So when the speed is constant, it is called as the object is covering, is moving with uniform motion. Now what is the definition? When an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time. Write down this thing. What is uniform motion or uniform speed? When an object covers equal distance, and we would be mainly dealing with uniform motion and non-uniform motion only in this chapter. when an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time? It is called as uniform motion. Okay, so you have to see that at every equal interval, means every 1 hour, you see the distance covered by the car is same. Okay, so that means when you find out the speed, you will see the speed will be constant throughout the journey. The speed will be constant. So this is called as uniform motion. When an object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, it is called as uniform motion. Okay, and if it is asked what is uniform speed, same definition, it is said to be uniform speed. So uniform motion means when the speed is constant, it is called as uniform motion. The body is moving with uniform motion. What is non-uniform motion? So when a body covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, that means 1 hour में 30 किलोमीटर, अगले 1 hour में 20 किलोमीटर, अगले 1 hour में 40 किलोमीटर. So it depends on your speed is changing every time. Okay, so that time in non-uniform motion, the speed is not constant throughout the journey. The object is moving with variable speed. So that is called as non-uniform motion. You know that in non-uniform motion you have accelerated motion, right? Acceleration rahega, deceleration. Either you will accelerate because speed change ho raha hai, so speed is changing, so it is a non-uniform motion. So remember, non-uniform motion may you will have an acceleration or deceleration. But in uniform motion, you will have constant speed. Speed throughout the journey will be same. There won't be any acceleration or deceleration. So uniform motion may there is no acceleration, right? Understood this? Everyone
Yes, ma'am.
here? Okay. So I'm erasing it. So this is a, see, speed, okay, this is okay only. 0.5 kilometer, 0.5 hour में 30 kilometer, 0.5 hour में 30 kilometer, 0.5 hour में 30 kilometer. So you can see that the speed is also constant and it covers equal distance in equal interval of time. So this is uniform motion. Yeah. Example of uniform motion is revolution of earth round the sun, revolution of moon round the sun, movement of hands of a clock. So these are the examples you can write. Example of non-uniform motion, I already told you it will cover unequal distance in equal interval of time. So that is non-uniform. Okay, now this is for your recap. You have to tell me the type of motion over here. Okay, there can be combination of motions taking place. Okay, now all of you know this. What is this? Anyone knows what is this? What is this called?
Man, this is something.
Hmm?
We attach this to a bucket.
Ma'am,
holding
pulley.
this to attach
Yes,
this
this
to
is
a
called
bucket.
as pulley. Okay,
Then
this
we attach this to a bucket and then we pull the water out.
It is called as pulley because it makes your work easier, right? It is a simple machine. How it makes your work easier? Because it is easy to pull the bucket of water through the pulley as compared to, because what happens? You are pulling this side. Wait. What happens? You are pulling it this side. Okay. How it makes your work easy? Tell me. Without pulley and with pulley. Which one is easier? Without pulley or with pulley? This is pulley, huh? All of you know this is a well, okay?
Ma'am, I
Have,
guess.
have you
Okay.
seen people pulling out
Ma'am,
water
with
from the
pulley.
well in movies and all? Hmm?
With pulley.
tell me, just use logic. Which one will be easier? With pulley, you are pulling out water, bucket full of water from the well, or without pulley, if you pull out water from the well. Think
Ma'am,
about
with pulley you need to use lots of force,
it. Okay.
and
And without pulley means you are pulling directly like this. Okay. You are pulling it.
also without pulley.
So without pulley or with pulley? Which kind
Ma'am,
you are?
With bully, it will be easier.
With pulley, it is easier, right? Why it is easier? Can you think of a reason? Why it is easier with pulley?
ma'am, because the well is very deep and your hands can't reach.
No,
So
that
down.
condition is same for this without pulley and with pulley condition. Think about it. One.
Ma'am,
Because
Hmm.
ma'am, because when you are using a pulley, it is easier to apply force downward than applying force upwards.
Yes, very good answer. See, why it is easier to apply force downward? Because it is towards the gravity, and anything towards the gravity, it is easy to do, right? Against the gravity means you are applying force when you are pulling it without pulley. It is against the gravity, right? You are pulling bucket of water like this. So against the gravity, the force you have to apply more force. Means force to same hoga, but it is tough because when you are applying it against the gravity, it is easier to apply force towards the gravity. So that is why pulley is used to make your effort easier and lesser, okay, simpler. So that is why this is okay. That was a different topic, but it is a topic from for us only, physics topic only. So you should know that with pulley, why it is easier to apply the to pull out water, okay. Okay, now tell me, what type of motion is taking place over here with pulley only? Huh? What type of motion over here is taking place? All types of motion we have done, right? So what type of motion is taking place over here? Muazzam, tell me.
Ma'am, rotatory motion
Rotatory motion in, you have to be specific. Where
in
rotatory motion is?
the pulley and the rope.
In the
That,
pulley rotatory motion,
yeah.
correct. This is going upwards. So one more motion is taking place.
Ma'am, rectilinear.
Correct. It is a rectilinear, linear motion, right? So it is a linear motion with bucket and rope, and in pulley it is rotatory motion. Okay. Now in sewing machine, what type of motion is taking place?
ma'am, rectilinear for the needle.
Rectilinear with where rectilinear is taking place?
Ma'am, needle.
In the needle, yes. And one more, you can say vibration is also there.
Periodic, ma'am.
Periodic, yes, periodic is also there. And this thing is rotating, right? This thing rotates in machine.
Rotatory.
So it is rotating. Yeah, so it is rotatory motion. Okay. Ahmad, in frisbee, what type of motion is taking place?
Ma'am, there are two types of motion. The frisbee is flying, so it's curvilinear, and also it's rotating, so it's rotatory.
Correct. Curvilinear and rotatory motion. Okay. Now in this type of motion, Farhana, what type of motion is taking place?
Rotatory.
And
Curvilinear.
Curvilinear.
and circular also, right?
Circular.
And periodic. Okay, it is periodic also. So many motion taking place here. Quantum. What type of motion is taking place?
Ma'am, rotatory and
Yes,
is riding
take it
straight, so rectilinear.
rectilinear. Yeah, it is a rotatory and rectilinear motion. Okay. What type of motion? You know, this is a screw, huh? And when you are tightening a screw or removing a screw from a wooden this thing, so what type of motion is taking place? Who will answer this? Mudabbir?
Ma'am,
Screwdriver.
rotatory. Rotatory and rectilinear.
Yes, because going straight inside, so it is rectilinear and rotatory. So it is clear to you all what is rotatory and what is rectilinear. Now coming to the next topic, which is distance and displacement. Now, see, Sunday say the distance and displacement are same for a normal person. If you say what is distance, what is displacement, for a normal person, he will say that it is the same thing. But in science, these two are different physical quantities. And how do we differentiate it? Let us suppose the cyclist is there. He goes, I'm just explaining you with this example. Just see, the cyclist is there. He's at position A. From here, he goes to his house B, which is at 4-meter distance, and then he goes to this tree. Okay, this place. Now what happens? The distance covered. What is the distance covered over here? First, he starts from here, goes here, and then reaches here. So what is the total distance covered in this?
7 meters.
So it is 7 meter. So basically the distance is the total path covered by the person or the object. Okay. But the displacement is the shortest path or the shortest distance between the two initial position and the final position. Now, what is the initial position? This is my initial position. This is the final position. And what is the shortest distance? This is the distance. Although this person has not taken this path, but displacement is always the shortest distance between the initial and the final position. Okay, so here you can see that displacement is 5 meter, but distance covered is 7 meter. Okay, so distance, displacement and distance sometimes might be same. For example, if this person starts his journey over here and ends his journey over here, then in this case the distance and displacement both are same. But in this whole situation, the distance and displacement is different. Okay, so this is the difference between distance and displacement. Distance is, always remember, the path, the actual path taken, and the total path covered is distance. And displacement is the shortest distance, the shortcut route hota hai hamara, so that is the shortest distance between the initial and the final position. So that is your displacement. Okay, so this is the main difference between distance and displacement. Also, you will say that now you already know what is scalar and vector. You know what is scalar and vector now? Do you remember what is scalar and vector? Scalar and vector, you remember what is scalar? Bolo, jo bhi, jisko bhi yaad hai, you can say that. What is scalar and what is vector?
And
Scalar
vector
is a
has quantity.
Both has physical quantity.
ma'am.
Magnitude, you will say, yeah.
Ma'am, scalar is a physical quantity which has direction.
No, reverse ho gaya. Scalar has no direction, without direction, and vector has direction. Okay, vector में direction होता है. So physical quantities with magnitude and direction both. With magnitude and direction is scalar quantity. Vector quantity, and scalar quantity में physical quantity only with magnitude. Okay, सिर्फ magnitude होता है. So distance is a scalar quantity and displacement is a vector quantity. This you have to remember, the distance, the difference between these two. Okay, one more example I'm taking. Suppose an object starts from here. Suppose this person, cyclist, starts from here, goes here, then here, and then he comes back to his original position. Okay, this one. Okay, so in this case, what will be the distance? This is a new example. This cyclist goes here, then here, and then here. This distance is 5 meter. So what will be the total distance covered? Tell me.
12 meter.
It is 7 plus 5. Yes, 12 meter. And what is displacement over here? Displacement is final position minus initial position. Okay, it is a distance between the final and initial position. So final position minus initial position. What is a displacement?
2 meter.
Same place पे वापस आ गया ना. So final position is same as initial position. So displacement is 0. When you come back to your original position, your initial position and final position is same, right? दोनों same हो गया तो displacement is 0. So from this example, you can say that distance can never be 0, but displacement can be 0. Okay, you are moving certain path, although itna lamba distance cover kiya, but your displacement is 0. So displacement is the shortest distance between the initial and final position, and displacement is given by the formula, this one, final position minus initial position. Okay, so understood what is the distance, basic difference between distance and displacement. Unit is same for them. Unit SI unit दोनों का ही मीटर है. Okay. Only thing is displacement is a vector quantity, because whenever you are mentioning displacement, you will have to say the direction also. Distance के साथ you don't need any direction. Just distance you will say 7 meter, 12 meter is the distance covered. Okay, so distance is basically the total path taken by the object, and displacement is the difference between the initial and final position is displacement. And so many differences are there for distance and displacement. I'll just show you. Now, formula: distance is total path covered. Unit is meter per second. Just write down these points, the main points. Unit is kilometer per. No, this is not kilometer per hour. Unit is meter. Wrong link there.
Ma'am, what
Unit,
is unit?
it is not, this is speed का unit. Second नहीं लिखना है और kilometer per hour नहीं लिखना है. So unit is meter, bigger unit is kilometer, 1 kilometer is 1000 meter. Okay, ये नहीं लिखने का है. So this is the formula. This is the main point about distance. Distance is the total path covered by the body in any direction, because direction is not important and it is a scalar quantity. So formula हो गया total path, unit हो गया meter, bigger, this is SI unit. SI unit is meter, bigger unit is kilometer, and relationship between kilometer and meter is this. Your distance can never be 0. Okay, body travels different path, then total distance is calculated by simply adding the magnitude of all the paths. You don't need to write, but you should know this. Okay, distance can never be 0. How to calculate the total distance? Just add the total path covered, you will get the total distance, and it is a scalar quantity. Okay, all of you have written the important points?
1 second.
Not written?
No.
Done?
Yes, ma'am.
Now displacement also I have told you. Just write down what is displacement. It is the shortest route. Displacement is the shortest distance or shortest route, you can say. It is represented by S. Distance is represented by D. It is a vector quantity. It can be 0. These are the important points. Okay. And when it is 0, when is displacement 0? When the initial point and the final point is same. When the body returns back to the same point, in that case, displacement is 0. And questions are asked on that only. Displacement 0 हो सकता है कि नहीं हो सकता है. If body travel different paths, then total calculated by adding vectors. Even if you don't write, it is fine. But first 4 points are important. This is the displacement. How do we define displacement? Next class, we'll start with speed and acceleration. written all the points? Displacement. Unit also you can write, its unit is same. SI unit is same, meter, and bigger unit is kilometer. Only thing is you have to represent a direction also. It is a vector quantity. Okay, done.
Yes, ma'am.
So till here we have done, just revise distance, displacement, all types of motion. That is a basic thing, the intro part of the motion chapter. Now we are going to start with acceleration and all that we were using in force ka formula and everything. So here we'll be having 3 equations of motion. That is very important, and with gravitation also included, that we left in gravitation chapter. Okay, so that we'll do. We'll begin in the next class next week. That's all for today's class. Bye.